Hi, I'm Lucy Alexander with AIChE, and I'm here with Christian Ohlhausen from Sunfire.
Hi, Lucy.
Morning, Christian. So tell me a little bit about Sunfire. What are its core competencies? What is the business goal?
Well, Sunfire basically has two things. On the one hand side, we build fuel cells that turn energy from gas into heat and power, electrical power, and on the other side, it can take heat and electrical power and turn it back into fuels, up to chemicals.
Okay.
And our business goal is to introduce this technology into energy systems that turn towards a higher renewable intake, because they need decentralized systems that can take in and supply energy once it's required, because renewable energy is volatile and needs to be compensated by such units.
Okay, and how is this different from current technology?
Well, basically, currently we have storage facilities, like water that is pumped up a hill and then released once you need energy. But these are very small storage units compared to the need in the future, and therefore it's something which we cannot say is different from now. It's just not there.
Right. What kind of capacity are you looking for? Is there an estimate?
Yeah, well, there's two markets basically. The one is the really big units where we talk about megawatts. It can be 5, 10, 20. Some people talk about 100 or 500 megawatts. We currently see the first market more on the small units, something like 30 to 500 kilowatts. And there's also a big advantage of the fuel cell technology, because fuel cells are very efficient, especially in small units compared to combustion engines. We can achieve efficiencies between 40 and 60% electrically, and the efficiency of combustion engines is always below 40%.
Okay, so on what stage of development is this technology?
Well, the technology is quite advanced. We have good R&D results, especially on the fuel cell side, and we are now entering the combined heat and power market together with our partner Weiland in Europe. So we are now really selling the first combined heat and power units that will provide electricity and heat to private customers in their houses. The storage mode, which is just sort of the other way around, is 1 to 2 years up until we have the product ready to be commercialized. But the challenge is not really the R&D. The R&D is quite fine. There's a certain thermodynamic maximum that you cannot exceed, even not by 10 more years of R&D. But what we need to invent now is really business models that drive those products and set the right incentives without strong government subsidies, because subsidies are always a risk for the investor. And the current problem with storage, especially in Germany in the course of the Energiewende, is that storage will not operate more than 3,000 hours per year. And that's a low capacity utilization, driving the capex up per kilowatt hour stored, and therefore investors would not invest into such a technology commercially now. Even with subsidies, there's an uncertainty about those in the future. And therefore, one of our ideas is to combine units that can really do both within one unit, that can store energy and also supply energy, and thereby increase the operational hours per year.
Okay. And last question, how does this technology relate, what role does it play in the topic of today's workshop, air capture and CCUS?
Mm-hmm. Well, basically, once we take energy from the electric grid and want to store it, we need to take CO2 and water, like our plants do, and turn it into fuels, chemicals, methane, whatever the customer wants. And therefore we need CO2. And if we talk especially about a decentralized system where we have small units that take CO2 and water, we need CO2, and therefore air capture would of course be the most convenient way.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Christian.
Thank you, Lucy.